Someone who knows the damage explosive lionfish populations are bringing to Florida's waters is Guy Harvey. Known worldwide as an amazing marine wildlife artist, he's also an angler, diver, cinematographer, and marine conservationist. We caught up with Dr. Harvey on his recent trip to Panama City Beach.
Dr. Harvey, I know you've been all around the world, and you seem to have a connection here to Panama City Beach. You have a store here, you got the Gulf Coast Jam here. What brings you to Panama City Beach?
All of the above bring me here, Justin. It's great to be back, of course, but it's the people most of all. I always get a really warm welcome here. I enjoy coming to this part of the Panhandle. And of course, the fishing is great, and diving is great too, but I've never had a chance to go because I'm always working. But it's great to be back.
Something that I know is near and dear to your heart is conservation, especially marine conservation. What can we look to do to control the lionfish?
Lionfish have spread very rapidly from the eastern coast of Florida through the Bahamas and then south throughout the Caribbean and west now into the Gulf of Mexico. It's actually from Brazil to Carolina in the entire Western Atlantic. It's been the most rapid invasion of any marine species that I've ever heard about. And so the consequences of this have been very dire in that the lionfish are voracious predators. They consume anything that can fit down their throat. But also they reproduce very rapidly, Justin. They can put out 30,000 eggs every 4 days. And so the ability to totally take over a reef or an area is unlike any other species that we've seen. There are no natural predators of lionfish in the Western Atlantic, so there's nothing to control their population except for us. And of course nowadays it's big fun to go out and dive and shoot lionfish. One of the good side products of that is they're very good to eat. Their fillets taste a bit like a hogfish or a really fine snapper. But of course you've got to do it with caution. The thing is that more and more people are getting interested, and we have to now generate a demand for the fillets, and that way encourage people to hunt them and to actually catch them on a commercial level so that we can make a difference in the numbers. Otherwise, the long-term results, the cascading effect of this introduced predator on all natural reef systems is going to be unimaginable.
Okay, on the same topic on the lionfish, I know here locally the divers are really putting emphasis on trying to take them off these reefs.
Yeah.
What do you think is the reason that fishermen like myself are not catching a lot on hook and line? I know they feed very heavily, but also like you compared them to the hogfish, we don't catch a lot of those on hook and line either where divers find them. Are they really just that smart, do you think, that causes them not to bite a hook?
I've only heard of a few people catching lionfish in deep water, the really big ones. The smaller ones around shallow reefs don't seem to go for that kind of bait. I've never really fished for them myself, but it's a lot more fun and a lot easier to shoot them. And you really can go right up to them and shoot them. They are like the most stupid fish I've ever met.
Well, I'm glad they have a weak point.
No, they do. They do. And they don't try and get out of the way.
Sure.
But like I said, their number in itself is just an awesome concept to try and get over. And so we got to do what we can.